next speaker is an Australian Egyptian, extremely active in promoting the values of freedom and justice in Egypt. I would like to call upon Adel Salman, representing the Australians for Democracy and Human Rights in Egypt, to talk about why we are protesting today.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome all. Welcome to those who are here who are not Muslim. This is not about Islam and Muslims per se, or about the Muslim world per se. This is about freedom and justice and human rights. We all must recognize this is a human rights and justice issue. We have regimes, illegitimate regimes, in Egypt and in Syria and in other places throughout the Middle East that are repressing their people, are massacring their people. They are committing crimes against humanity, nothing short of crimes against humanity. Brothers and sisters, fellow Australians, we are all here to condemn the massacre and slaughter of civilians because they are standing up for their rights. We take it for granted here in Australia. How fortunate are we to be in this country? I want you to all reflect on that. We are not under the threat of police or military violence protesting here in Melbourne, Australia. There are no guns trained upon us. We do not fear that there will be tear gas canisters fired into this crowd at any second. In fact, we have police who have made it easy for us to protest here today. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! We are fortunate. This is a land not of Islam. This is a land of freedom and justice and respect for human rights. And we are calling for nothing less than that in the lands of the Middle East, in Egypt and Syria and Palestine and elsewhere, where people are being oppressed and killed and slaughtered. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Brothers and sisters, people, Australians, please put up your right hand. The sign of Rama, which has become universal around the world. It has started, this sign started in Turkey and has spread like wildfire throughout the civilized world. It is a symbol of solidarity with those who have lost their lives unjustly, brutally. The regimes in Egypt and Syria, the regimes who are oppressing their people. We are concerned about events not only in Egypt, but we are concerned about the loss of lives over the last 2 years in Syria. My dear fellow Australian Syrians, my fellow Australians who are concerned about human rights and abuses, we mourn and we cry for the events in Syria. The bloodbath in Syria, which is continuing and has no end. People have lost their lives in the tens of thousands. Hundreds of thousands have been massacred, have been injured, massacred. This is a travesty. This is an affront to every civilized value that we hold, whether we are Muslim, or we are Christian, or we are Jewish, or we have no faith. We can clearly condemn events. We can stand up for respect for human rights, the respect for people to live freely and peacefully. There is a sign here. I wish I could show it to you that you could all see. There are the pictures of 3 men, and there in fact should be a 4th. There is Hafez al-Assad, there is Hosni Mubarak, and there is General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. And we should add, the son who has outdone his father in atrocity and repression, Bashar al-Assad. These 4 criminals, shame, shame, dictators, shame, 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 dictators, shame, 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 dictators, shame. The blood of innocents will never be forgotten. We are here as witnesses. We are Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. We are while we are here, what can we do to support them? What can we do? I feel helpless. I'm sure you all share that feeling. We feel helpless. We want to do something. We see with our eyes the images on our TV screens, on YouTube, of people being gassed and being killed by bullets, by bombs, and we feel helpless. But brothers and sisters and fellow Australians, the least we can do is to draw attention to what is happening overseas. We must not remain silent. We must condemn. We must protest. We must rally. We must call upon all civilized people around the world to stand in unison and condemn these barbarous regimes, these criminal regimes, these regimes with the blood of innocents on their hands. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Brothers and sisters, we must make a prayer, inshallah, for those who have lost their lives and those who are suffering. Please make a prayer. Keep them in your prayers, even if you are not Muslim, and we welcome. And I want all of the Muslims here to welcome those who are not from their faith. Welcome their fellow Australians, because we are all Australians. We are all fortunate to be Australians, and we all condemn the atrocities and the violence and the killing. This is not just about Islam and Muslims. This is about humanity. These crimes are an affront to humanity. They must be stopped. They must be stopped, and we must keep the pressure on those who can make that happen. Down, down, military regime! Down, down, military regime! Down, down, military rule! Down, down, military rule! Down, down, military rule! Down, down, military rule! Allahu Akbar! I will make one more observation, brothers and sisters and fellow Australians.